Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 15th of June for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, you can chat to me daily on Twitter at Horoscope Ace directly, or you can join Elisa and I for our daily astrology and tarot show, which is proving hugely popular by seeing the playlist beneath this video. You can also grab yourself your free daily horoscope every single day of the week. This week is a time of transition. We've had a huge welter of Gemini energy. It's going to continue because for most of this week, the Sun is still in Gemini. The North Node continues in the sign of Gemini for some months. And of course, Venus, the planet of relating, because of its retrograde, is going to be in Gemini through to the 7th of August. So the Gemini season is not completely at a close, but we are going to see a shift of emphasis. This begins with Mercury in the sign of Cancer going into retrograde on Thursday. Now, it's not going to emerge from retrograde until the 12th of July. Now, all the usual cautionary notes apply. You know, check your emails, your documentation, anything you're purchasing. Scrutinize it in a very precise way. If you're booking anything, relying on tickets or automation or technology, again, there can be the potential for some glitches. But also there can be cross wires. And of course, Cancer is about emotions, and Mercury is not at its best in this sign. It's a 10-week transit, so it's huge. So really and truly, we need to get used to the fact that people are going to be sharing more of their feelings, manifesting their feelings, but how we share things is not always how it's received. And that can be the challenge of Mercury retrograde. But with the Sun moving on Saturday into Cancer and the stunning solar eclipse, which occurs on Sunday, that's going to provide a backdrop of energy for 6 long months. So what does this all mean? Well, I think the Gemini energy is still continuing to encourage us to stay connected. And in our response to COVID, that could happen more from technology. So that can become a sort of more ongoing part of our life purpose. And of course, it has been getting stronger and stronger over the last 20 years or so anyway. But the Cancer energy is just reminding us that we're all human beings, and just working through the prism of computing or technology isn't going to meet all our needs. We need fraternity, and that means closeness. Cancer is governed by the moon. It is a cardinal sign. That means it's a leader, but of course it's also the element of water. So having Mercury going backwards here suggests there may be times when our thoughts are dominated by emotional issues, but it can be more difficult to share exactly how we feel. So what I feel the eclipse is encouraging us to do is try to find some traction and to bring a greater focus to the need for nurture, for caring into our existences. But there is a catch on this eclipse, and that is that it's forging a really tricky angle to Saturn, the planet of structure. So that's in the cool, detached sign of Aquarius. But it can act as a bit of a counterpoint, if you like, to the more emotional energy that the Cancer eclipse can bring. But I think essentially we are going to have a period of time where some people are going to conform to what we need more, to the wider needs of society, and some people are going to want to break out. Now, if you want to get the inside track on this, please check out my solar eclipse video. I'll put the link for this underneath this one. But in terms of this week's particular events, I think if you have been trying to manifest something, an idea, and you want to form it up into something more substantive, this is a great opportunity. There's no doubt about that. But it has to work in a feeling sense. It can't just be an idea that's ventilated only through the element of air. So it has to have structure, it has to be workable. And that's what the Cancer energy is really asking us to address. But if you are wanting to link up with people that are close to you, or think about our family affairs, or moving, I think it is obvious at this time that we could encounter some headwinds. I think there's going to be things to do with the oceans, rivers, waterways. Perhaps we're going to see a drought. Perhaps we're going to see an excess of rain that we're not expecting. But anything to do with travel or communications can definitely be affected by the more emotional and some would say subjective transit of Mercury through the sign of Cancer. But stay with me for your individual forecast for each zodiac sign. Your specific forecast, Aries, suggests since the start of June, there's been a kind of brittle energy, a kind of intensity, which may be to do with trying to process some very painful or sensitive issues from your past. You've been thinking about these hard, you may have been talking about them a lot. Some trusted confidants may have provided a great deal of support, or someone may have let you down miserably because they've turned out to be not as reliable or trustworthy as you thought. So the options this week, I think, are perhaps to take a step back and start to go on more of an inner journey, not so much concerned with trying to process this stuff in the full glare of public, and just step into yourself. If you do need to take some time out just to rest and think carefully about these things in a more gentle way, I feel that you're going to grab the energy of Cancer healing that can come into your situation. Essentially, you're being encouraged to think about the people who are in the here and now, who provide the sukha and emotional support and resonance in a very consistent way. And if there are situations that you've been coming to terms with or letting go of, come into the present now and make sure that you're really nurturing and caring for you. Make that your priority, or make it your priority to care and nurture the people who are most important to you. Don't waste your energy anymore on things that no longer serve your greater purpose. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign and embrace real astrology, please check out my written reports beneath this video. You can grab yourself a combination of 12-month forecast, character analysis for 30% off, and gain so many insights above just what zodiac sign you are. Or you can choose to have a one-to-one with me. Please see the testimonials below. But for now, take care, keep safe, and good luck.